Hi families, I wanted to give you a tutorial on, sorry I can't talk and write at the same time, on ways that your students are learning how to multiply 3-digit and 4-digit numbers by a single digit. Now you and I were taught in school the traditional algorithm, and so this is the way that we are most comfortable with. We know that 6 times 6 is 36. So we put the 3 up there. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 3 is 27. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 2 is 20. So my product of 346 times 6 is 2076. Now this is an easy way, it is a fast and efficient way. However, it doesn't develop understanding in why we regroup. So we teach ways to get to this method, but we kind of lead them in gently towards that. So for example, this is one of the ways that we originally started teaching multiplication. So we have the ones column, the tens column, the hundreds column, and I know that it's going to be more than hundreds, so I'm going to put thousands. Okay, we start with 346 and we're going to multiply that 6 times. The way that we first started teaching this was I'm just going to make 346. That's 3 in the hundreds place, 4 in the tens place, and 6 in the ones place. Now I'm multiplying that times 6, so I want 6 rows of these. So 1, 2, 3, there's 2. Bear with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will take a while. So now I'm working on 346 times 4. There's 346 times 5. And now we have 346 times 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So conceptually, I see that I have way more ones in here than I need, because I can only have up to 9. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start regrouping. So I have these 6, and I'm going to take 4 here, and I'm going to move those into the tens column. So I'm going to just add this, and maybe I'll add it in a different color so that you can see. So here is one regrouped 10. So now I have these 2 and these 6, that's 8. So I'm going to take these 2. That's another 10 that I need to move over here. So there's another 10 that I have. Okay. Then I have 4 and 6 is another 10. So I need to regroup this into the tens place as well. So I have a third 10. Now what I have left is 6 ones. So I'm just going to leave that. Okay, so now I have too many tens as well. I know that 10 tens make 100. So I'm going to regroup here as well. I have 4 plus these 3 is 7, plus these is a 10. And 10 tens make 100. So I'm going to regroup. Then I have this one, and 4 is 5, 9, and 10. Okay, and so I'm going to regroup those here. And then I have these 3 and these 4 left, and so I have 7 tens. Okay, But now I also see that I have too many hundreds because I can only fit up to 9 hundreds in the hundreds place. So I'm going to regroup here as well. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that makes 1,000. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All of these make another 1,000. So now I have 0 hundreds and 2 thousands. Okay, so when I add these together, I have 2,000, 0 hundreds, 7 tens means 70, and 6 ones means 6. So you see we get the same answer here. The reason that this is a good conceptual understanding is that you can see why we regroup. Here I had to regroup 1, 2, 3 times, and that's where you get this number. Here I had to regroup 1, 2 times, and that's where you get this number. Here I see that I have exactly 20 hundreds, which equates to 2,000 or 20 hundreds because they're equivalent. 20 hundreds equals 2,000 0 hundreds. Okay, so this is a lot of drawing, however. It takes a long time to draw these dots. So the next phase in understanding is to move away from drawing all of the dots. Now I'm still going to use this frame of ones, tens. I'm just going to write hundreds and then thousands. Okay, so now we're starting to think about this in terms of 346 times 6. Well, I have this 6 times 6, but that's a 6 times 6 in the ones place. So I have, that equals 36. Now I know that of the 6, I have 6 in the ones place, 4, 5, 6, and I have 3 in the tens place. So I'm going to put 3 right here. So this row is equal to 36. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply 6 times this 4, but it's really 6 times 4 tens. 6 times 4 in the tens place because the 4 is in the tens place. Now I know that that means that I have 24 tens, which is the same as 240. Well, of this 240, I have a 4 in the tens place, so I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4. But I know that I also have 2 in the hundreds place, so I'm going to put 2 hundreds here. Now, this total is equivalent to 240. Okay? So my next problem here is 3 in the hundreds place times 6. So I have 6 times 3 hundreds. I know that may be a little challenging to see because it's a little lighter. But 6 times 3 hundreds, that's the same thing as 18 hundreds, which is the same as 1,800, right? So in this particular case, I see that I'm going to put an 8 in the hundreds place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I also have 1 in the thousands place. So I'm going to put 1,000. So these two together here are the same as 1,800. Okay? So now it becomes a matter of combining all your little totals. So here I have 6 ones. So I end up with the same kind of format here. It's just it's more efficient. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens. And here I see that I have these 800s plus these 200s, so I still need to regroup. So I'm going to move those over into the thousands place and give myself one more thousand. So now I still have 0 hundreds and 2 thousands. Okay, so I do end up with the same total, but it's a lot more efficient. It's faster than drawing all of these ones, and you still get that conceptual regrouping here so that you can see why you have to shift things around. Okay, so these are two conceptual ways to multiply. We have one other way that's the it's the area model. We are no longer going to be using dots. What we're going to do here, and I'm going to take the same problem, I'm going to go ahead and turn the page. 346 times 6. I'm going to break that up into expanded form. 346 is the same as 300 plus 40 plus 6. And I'm multiplying all of that times 6. So what I'm going to do, and this is where it's similar to the other model, is I've got an area. I'm going to multiply each area times 6, but I'm going to break it up into 300 and 40 and 6. So now what I multiply inside each one of these boxes, I'm going to multiply this times this. So I have 6 times 300. So that equals 1,800. In this box, I'm going to multiply 6 times 40. And that's the same thing as 240. And in this box, you see I'm going to multiply across times up, 6 times 6. Now, the way that we're teaching them, I wanted to go ahead and show you those numbers, but we're not really multiplying. You can add the multiplication problem, but what you could do is just 1,800. 6 times 40 is 240. And then 6 times 6 is 36. So to get our total product, we need to add again 1,800, 240, and 36. It's really important that the kids line up their digits so that the ones places lined up in the tens and the hundreds and the thousands. So 6 plus 0 is 6, 3 plus 4 is 7, 2 plus 8 is 10, and we regroup that one, and 2,076. So eventually we started with this, we moved to this. Today we started teaching this. The end goal is to get to this, but I wanted to show you why these are a good foundational method while we're getting to this. Okay, if you have any questions, you're welcome to email your teacher. Thanks so much.